All right, you guys, welcome back to A Goddess is a Girl's Best Friend. We are on chapter 23, Find Your Inspiration with BRIGID. Imagine, and the quote for this chapter is, "Imagination is evidence of the divine," by William Blake. All right, here we go. Sometimes good ideas elude us, or we feel our minds are clogged up, somewhere between concept and reality. It's too hard to get into the mood to be creative, or there's not enough motivation or support to get a project cooking and completed. Good intentions are sometimes started by anxiety by starting and finishing a project. You might be used to accomplishment via deadline induced inspiration fueled by adrenaline and panic. Maybe you just don't know how to open up to the divine inspiration. Many of us romanticize creativity as something that we evoke only when the spirit moves us. But the real world dictates that things get done on deadlines and according to contracts. While it is always nice to wait for the divine inspiration to strike, we also have to learn to evoke inspiration and draw it to us, and to catch it and utilize it when it comes. The amazing thing about the creative process is that the amazing thing about the creative process is that one moment we may be completely stumped, and then suddenly, as if a switch has been flipped, the light bulb in our brain turns on, the heart opens, the mind, and anything seems possible. It is. Every project in every profession has a creative element. It begins with a flutter of inspiration, and it becomes bigger, greater, and more fully formed in our minds. But a woman cannot live on ideas alone. Once the flame of creativity is alight, an idea can easily grow wings and take flight and manifest as reality. We have to honor the process of creation, yet continue to constantly fan its flame. BRIGID is a girl's best friend when it comes to creativity, self-expression, and bringing new ideas into the world and giving them life. When at a loss for stimulation and motivation and tearing your hair out with anxiety, she lights the fire in your creative soul with her creative magic. She will freshen your ideas and bring her fiery spirit to your life. She represents the passionate flame of creativity and inspiration. Who is BRIGID? BRIGID, excellent woman, flame golden sparkling, may she bear us the eternal kingdom. She the sun, fairy radiant. And that is in 7th century hymn of Saint Bridget. All right, BRIGID, pronunciation, bridge, and then Jid, Jeed, is the Celtic triple goddess known as keeper of the sacred fire. Her name means exalted one. And she is sometimes referred to as a bride. Goddess of poets, blacksmiths, brides, and childbirth. She watch over the hearth fire, fraternity, creativity, and healing. As a triple goddess, she represents the three aspects of the divine, feminine, and three stages of a woman's life: maiden, mother, and wise woman, all in one. When Christianity took hold, she survived the fall of the old religion and was adapted as a Catholic saint and got a slightly different spelling of her name. She continues to be the much loved Saint Bridget of Kildare, said to be founder of the first female Christian community and abbess of a large double monasteries in Kildare in the Middle Ages. She is touted as midwife to the Virgin Mary and has long evoked by women in labor and viewed a great supporter of birthing new ideas as well. As a goddess, Bridget is always represented as youthful and beautiful, all three aspects of her the same age. She pictured with flaming red hair, often holding the flame as her symbol. In her incarnation as a saint, she is seen with the cattle and affiliated with dairy and milk especially. It is said her cows were milked 3 times a day and could fill a lake with their milk. She is also affiliated with water and wells. There are still many wells in Aram devoted to her as sacred shrines. How to invite her into your life. BRIGID is a symbol of eternal light. In the days when Celtic pantheism was the main religion of Iran, 19 princes tended the flame of the goddess BRIGID. They rotated one each day, and it said that on the 20th day the goddess herself tended the flame. This evolved into an early Christian tradition whereby nuns in the abbess she found were considered guardians of the fire of Saint Bridget. After her death, it said, the fire burned continuously and took a great deal of wood, but the ashes did not increase until the church outlawed the practice. The Sisters of Saint Bridget order continued to tend the eternal spiritual fire of Saint Bridget, and members of a worldwide organization called BRIGID continue to maintain a 20-day rotation schedule, keeping Bridget's flame alive. You can too. And the organization called ORD, it's ORD, and then I think I messed the word up. BRIGID each, it's BRIGHIDEACH. Okay. All right. So for long-term projects, light her fire. Just by lighting a candle, you can evoke her energy and kickstart an endless flow of ideas, solutions, and creativity. If you commit yourself to a 20-day program of lighting a flame in honor of the goddess, you ensure 20 days of focusing on creativity. You ensure 20 days of focusing on creating something important, and you have the chance to work with BRIGID every day. You can go back to the very ancient roots of the transition in everyday life in a number of ways. If you happen to have a fireplace or an outdoor fire pit, you can light any of these daily for 20 days in honor of the goddess. Candles are fine too. You can use one large pillar candle that you light daily for an hour and then snuff out until the next day, or 20 small candles. Volvies will burn for about 10 hours, tea lights for about 2. The color orange is particularly powerful because orange is the color of Bridget flaming hair, and also represents the color of the energy center in the body affiliated with creativity and birth. Excuse me, known as second chakra or the sexual chakra. Needless to say, any way you choose to honor her, you must absolutely do it safely and carefully. Pick an appointed time every day for 20 days to light the fire in honor of Bridget. And try to keep the sacred schedule. If your timing is off, light the flame when you can, but do it daily as you do. Visualize the project you want her inspired blessings for, and say it out loud if you can as you ask for her help. You can ask in your own personal way for what you need, or use this prayer: BRIGID of the Golden Flame, Inferior Inspiration, I welcome you. Please bring me the inspiration and motivation I need to fill in your need. On this day, I pray that the sacred flame lead me to your light. Amen. Ashe. So it is. Okay, after your prayer ritual, snuff out the candle with the candle snuffer rather than blowing it out. Spiritually, blowing could mean blowing away the intention of it. Thank the goddess for being with you on that day, and always. Over the course of a few days, you will feel the energy of inspiration begin to sizzle within. Seize it, ride its wave, and get your work done. BRIGID Gifts will come naturally in the course of your days, but by the time you reach the 20th day, you may find yourself in especially good spirits as you have had almost a month of intimate communion with the goddess of inspiration. On the day Bridget is believed to tend the flame herself, approach the lighting of the fire with great reverence and thank her for every small gift she has given you in these 20 days. Recount every idea, inspired moment, creative experience, and finished project that has come about in 20 days and thank her for her part in it. When you acknowledge divine co-creation, you build a bridge of gratitude that can lead to greater confidence in the creative process and continued inspiration. For short-term inspiration, let her waters inspire you. Because her affiliation with sacred waters, you can also call Bridget to you with the help of water. Anytime you can get out and sit by a lake or the ocean, your mind will clear and ideas will flow. If you can't spend time around a body of water, try a home water fountain, sometimes called a tabletop fountain, or feng shui fountains. They can be purchased in drugstores these days. Set it up in a part of your home or office that is not in your direct working area. When you need a little inspiration, you usually need a little relaxation. Turn on the fountain and sit and gaze at the running water. Turn on the fountain and sit and gaze at the running water. It is hypnotic. Let the sound take you on a relaxing journey, and as it does, imagine the goddess Bridget washing over you. Washing, WASHING, washing over you with her sacred cleansing healing waters. Ask her to help you with whatever it is you are working on. When you feel refreshed, turn off the fountain and go back to work.